Hi guys, hope you're doing well. Here today to look at the Super 7 Wave 4. I believe it's Wave 4. So far this is my favorite wave. It's the only wave, it may be the only wave I've opened up all the figures. Out of all the other waves, I know I still haven't opened up Michelangelo, Rocksteady, April, Splinter. I don't know if there's anyone else. Uh, yeah, this is the first wave that I've been really excited about. It is, yeah, hands down the best wave. And that's mainly due to Muckman. He's phenomenal. But let's go ahead and check these guys out, okay? So, let me slide some of these back here. And first off, we're going to look at Mondo Gecko. I'm not going to show their accessories unless they were just kind of significant. I've already got them boxed up and put away. Make this reveal a little bit quicker. You can probably look it up if you want to see, but he comes with an extra head that's nowhere as good as this one. It's got a closed mouth, so I didn't even bother. I had it on there for like 2 seconds. The articulation on these guys still is not phenomenal. No ankle tilt yet. I guess barely. So you can't get him in really any cool like skateboarding poses, unfortunately, which to me that does kind of suck, but he's definitely more articulated than the original toy. He does come with a couple extra hands. These were the coolest ones out of them. So first up, we'll take a look at the important. So it's just kind of a plain skateboard. I wish they would have done a little bit something different. Maybe change the shape instead of it being just flat. But I know they were trying to make it look like the original toy. Paint and sticker placement's not awful. Obviously, there's always going to be little imperfections, but, you know, like, you can kind of see some paint smudging on. But realistically, it's no big deal. These wheels are pressed in, so I don't think you'd be able to take these wheels off like you could on the original. Still pretty cool, though. They did get a little bit of paint on the underside of it. As far as the figure itself, the head articulation still sucks on these things. No moving jaw or tongue or anything. The head kind of looks up and down just a little bit and rotates. A little bit of swivel side to side because it's on a ball. He's articulated right here. It looks, you can see it's 2 separate pieces. Then got a little bit of movement in the arm. Not a whole lot in the shoulder. The elbows is my big complaint. It's only, you only get it less than 90 on the elbow, and then you get a little bit of movement up or down on the wrist, all the way back. So that's kind of cool as far as the gecko aspect of it, how it looks. And then you get obviously rotation. Same on the other arm. Leg does do a bit of kicking. Let me scoot this camera back just a hair. And then the foot does come back quite a bit on both sides. More so on this one. That's just, I don't know, maybe the difference in the shoes. I don't know. No, they're probably about the same. But he's pretty cool. I was pretty happy with him. Oh, his tail does spin. That's it. Would have been nice to have an extra point of articulation in that tail, but I kind of wish that they had given us, because of the shape of the board, excuse me, I wish they had given us an extra peg in the foot so you get some different foot placement on the board, but it's not bad. If you use the tail, you can kind of get him to do some okay stuff. I have been having him kind of standing like this. And that wheel's actually not touching the ground. He's actually just standing on 1 foot. Alright. Next up, let's look at Donatello. Let's look at Casey. He's pretty cool. So when I got these, the weapons were severely bent, so I put them in front of a heater. And kind of straightened some of them out the best I could. He did come with some kind of cool accessories. Let's look at those. So, slide you over. And so we got 3 different hockey pucks. They are all different. And then he's the only one who I thought came with kind of a cool accessory. So you get 3 extra sets of hands, all the unpainted weapons, but my favorite part is the fact that the weapons rack is an actual old hockey goal. No netting, which I think would have been cool, but you probably can make your own net because it's actually got hooks that run around the outside. But I thought that was kind of cool. And as far as Casey, you got, as far as the colored weapons, you got the hockey stick, baseball bat, golf club, broken bat, and a complete bat. That one's kind of got a little bit of a break on it. I would have liked to have had a different accessory other than 3 bats. It is what it is. As far as articulation, he's about the same. And he does not come with an extra head. Doesn't really need it. I do like the blue and red hair. Oh, shoot. Hold on. Let me go back here. I never even showed you the paint on this guy because it's actually really good. So he's got the blue eyebrows, the red eyes, the tongue. The t-shirt is pretty damn awesome. And then I'll just kind of do a rotation here. Sorry about that. I just wanted you to see that. Alright, so back to Casey. So the blue really accents on the hair. He is ripped. He's got a shoulder pad. I wish that they had a place to store the hockey pucks. Like, I wish that this piece right here would have opened up. You could probably, that's hollow. Actually, it feels... You could probably cut that open along the zipper line and actually open that up and put a hockey puck in there, I would imagine. I'm not going to do it on a $50 figure. So as far as articulation, head is on a ball joint. Shoulders, that one goes that high. That one goes that high. Get a bicep swivel, 90 degree at the elbow, like all of them, and then the wrist. This one's probably locked up pretty good because I haven't moved it, but I'm sorry about the cough, and I got COVID. So this wrist kind of goes like that. You have nothing at the abs, but you do have the lower belly. No crunch. Leg goes forward that much, back that much, so no back kick. His knee bends not quite 90. No real ankle rotation and a little bit of movement there. The weapons do not hold very well in the bag, obviously. Same way with the original toy. They just kind of slid in the back. Still a cool figure, though. I'm pretty happy with him. Like I said, this has definitely been my favorite wave. If I didn't have COVID and it wasn't snowing, I would take these guys out and do like an actual photo shoot with them. Let's do Donatello next. So, Donnie does come with some extra accessories. Let's look at those real quick. So you get all of the brown weapons, 6 hands, and the important ones is the extra head, which I went with the new head instead of the vintage cartoon one, piece of pizza, a closed communicator, and then the regular weapons that came with the original toy, painted. Nothing real stand out there that you need to know about. The communicators are pretty cool. That's why I put one in his hand. So here is the head sculpt I went with. This bow seems a little short to me. He's kind of got to use as a walking stick right now, but there's the open communicator. One thing to note is he doesn't have the silver paint like a lot of the other, like Raphael and Leonardo. Leonardo is really loaded out. All of this is silver, and silver all the way around, but he's got no silver on at all. It does come with an extra bow and a place to store it, which I'm always a fan of weapon storage. The skin in between here, I don't know if you can see it, it's a different color than the rest of his body. I didn't notice that on Leonardo or Raphael. But his articulation is kind of the same, so I'm not going to go through everything. His foot, I do like that you kind of get that little bend in it. I don't know why we didn't get that on some of the rest of them, but I'm pretty happy with that. I did notice his fingernails are painted. Alright, so let's look at the one that I'm most excited about. We're going to spend some time on this guy. Alright. So, first up, his other accessories are just hands, so no sense to bring those out. But we got Joe Eyeball. And he looks really freaking good. So he's got little tentacles with the little octopus sucker looking things. He's got his tail coming around that has an eyeball on the end of it. These arms are articulated, and the head moves. I don't want to force it, but I'm sure it'll do a 360. And then he comes with his little trash can. Let me zoom back out here. Hold on. This camera just seems so washed out. Anyway, so you got a little bone from a fish and a pizza and a soda can. And then this one does actually have a tube. So if you had some ooze, which unfortunately I do not. Then we got Muckman here. I'm going to pull his gun off because this thing's worth looking at. So it's just like the original one, just with a little bit of extra paint. We got a can of worms. Peas, turtle soup, ketchup up here, and a couple of the things are painted. I would have loved to have gotten one of these like completely painted, so I'm really tempted to order a second one of him and paint him like fully. Paint all the little details on it because there's so many that are lost. So let's start up here. So his head does open and does have a place where you can pour some ooze. I don't know if you can see down there, but it actually would come out his mouth. So there's the top of the head. And then he's got his name tag. Garson Grudge, New York Sanitation. And then he's got his teddy bear and a little spider, frog, can of soda, milk, little centipede, mushrooms, bones, all kinds of detail on this thing. I love the mushrooms coming out and the flowers. You got the spider. My favorite part's the bone peeking through. But I love the little teddy bear painted up. He is hands down my favorite out of the set. If I would have gotten him last year, he would have been my figure of the year, hands down. But he's in a strong running for figure of the year for 21 or for 22. I don't know if any figure is going to top him. At a $50 price point, he's one of the few I would have to say is worth $50. I mean, he is beefy. Comparing to one of the new AXM BXT Leonardo. Actually, if you want to see how that figure compares to the rest of them, you can kind of see here. So, as far as a figure, new turtle line that's coming out this year, not bad for $17. Still not as good as Super7 or NECA, but I will have to say this wave definitely has changed my mind on the Super7. I did really like, I never did a review of them, I don't think, Mutagen Man, or did I do Mutagen Man? I might have. Metalhead was probably my favorite out of the last wave. Like I said, I still haven't opened Michelangelo or Rocksteady. Yeah, these guys really kick ass. I'm really happy to have them, and if I was going to recommend one of them to get, it would hands down be Muckman. I may have been calling him Mutagen Man, I don't know. But it is Muckman. Muckman and Joe Eyeballs. Then I would have to say, you know, I thought Mondo Gecko was my second favorite, but I gotta go with Donatello. Then Mondo Gecko, and then Casey. So, what is your guys' favorite out of this wave? Obviously, it's going to be probably Muckman, but what would you guys rank them? What's your next favorite after Muckman? Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Bye.